Welcome to the first Parse Kitchen tutorial. Start by setting the working directory. We'll set it to the Pro Engineering folder we created on the desktop. File, New, to start a new part. Check Sketch. Type in the name for the part. Then click OK. Maximize your screen so you can see what you're doing. Use the line tool. At this point, all we're sketching is the profile of the part. We're not concerned at all with the dimensions or the size of the part. So as long as your part resembles the part that you want to design, it's fine. Then later on, precision is accomplished through constraints and dimensioning, as you'll see in later steps. Up to this point, you've been using one tool, which is the line. Now try to match them almost to the same level. Now, using the arc, click on the ends of the lines for the first 2 points using your left mouse button. Then stretch the arc outwards, and when you see that tangent constraint, that letter T in one of the ends, then click again. Now to draw the circle, we're using the same center for the arc. So that's your first click, left mouse button. Stretch it, and another click. That would give you the circle. Refit screen so you can see the whole part. Now when you try to modify the dimensions, always start with a smaller one. So I started with a circle. Then there may be some dimensions missing. For example, the dimension for the radius here. And you click dimension, then click on the arc itself. And middle mouse button, click where you want to place your dimension. I also modified it. The next dimension is the angle. So I'm clicking on the vertical line, then the inclined line, and with the middle mouse button, I will click to place the dimension. To modify it, just click right into the numerical value as it highlights. You can modify it to the desired value. Now this dimension is the distance between 2 vertical lines. So I first click on one of the lines, the second one, and middle mouse button where you place your dimension. Then click into the numerical value, as we've done in earlier dimensions, and type in the new value. This dimension here, displayed in gray, is a weak dimension. As you click into it and modify it, it converts to a strong dimension, which is often displayed in white. But I'm trying to get the distance between the 2 lines. So I first left mouse click on the first line, left mouse click on the second line, and the middle mouse button where you want to place it. So I could select the dimension and modify it. And I believe it's 2.45. That's what we modified it. Now the overall length of the part, which is 8.4, was modified. The next dimension is the vertical height on the left-hand side. This happens to be a vertical line. Click on the line and then place your dimension. Next, we'll create the fillet. Click on the fillet tool, choose circular, then click on the first line, then the second line. The software will estimate the radius of your fillet based on the clicks, and you shouldn't be concerned about accuracy. Just click into the dimension and modify it to the requirements. You may have noticed that dimension 2.9 has disappeared because the fillet shortened the line it was based on. So we have to recreate that dimension based on the lined endpoints. Left mouse click on the first line end, another left mouse click on the other end, and then middle mouse button to place your dimension. Sometimes dimensions seem to clutter your drawing, so to move a dimension to a new location, with the left mouse button, click on that dimension, hold the left mouse button down, and drag it to the new location. Okay, the height of the part on the right hand side is the distance between 2 points. So I first click on one end of the line, second click was the left mouse button on the other end point of the line. Click the middle mouse button to place a dimension. Now I believe we're all done, so we'll save the part. And when you click save, remember you have to go a little bit further and click OK. And you will get a message that your part has been saved or hasn't been saved. So pay attention to that. Just because you think you saved it, you might have not saved it.